What's up, guys?
Hey, well, I'm Haley from AP MInneapolis, and I'm here with Summertime Dropouts in their studio, and we're going to do our first interview. We'll see how this works out, but how did you guys come together, and how long have you been together for?
Go ahead, Josh.
It all kind of started with a bunch of songs that I wrote a long time ago with this guy in another band, and some of them were like, okay. So I ended up taking them, re-recording them 5 to 7 years later, and showed some of them to Dave. Dave was like, hey, some of these are kind of neat.
Real neat.
Pretty neat.
Pretty neat. How neat is that?
There's a lot of nature up.
Yeah.
And then from there, ended up not using a lot of the stuff I originally started with, and as a band we wrote a lot of better music.
That kind of served, the initial batch kind of served as the inspiration for everything. And then from there we just kind of took it and ran with it. Steve and I are also in another band, and so Josh recorded our other band and did our, tracked and mixed our whole album. And so we've all kind of know each other. We all kind of grew up together a little bit too, so anyway.
So like Canadian television?
Yeah. Yeah, we grew up like 10 miles from Canada. We were talking about that. And yeah, so we knew each other, and then it was like, hey, let's try this pop rock project. And then Josh's friend out in Los Angeles, Clint Gibbs, had been helping us out too. He's done a lot of work at some big studios out there. And then, so yeah, it was just kind of this team that randomly assembled. And now so we've been together for about a year.
But you've just known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys have a new album coming out, and when and what can we expect from it?
June 12th, right? Yep. What day of the week is that? Do you know?
Tuesday. Like
Tuesday.
every
Should
time.
be Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right. Marketing. Yeah.
I know this.
Tuesday, June 12th. It comes out. I think you can pre-order it on a lot of the digital retailers and stuff right now, but yeah, physical copies will be available June 12th, all over the world. Just kidding.
Going global.
Yeah. No. Nope.
And then what was it like to record the album?
It was real fun.
It was fun.
It was.
You can't see the board over there, but that's the camera can't see it, but that's the check boxes of all the things. So
We did a lot of stuff.
might have been the first board we actually ever filled up.
There you go.
And yeah, we
It's
really
very organized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we took our time on this one, and we really wanted to make sure that we did it perfect, because there really wasn't any crazy big deadlines on it.
Mhm.
So we took our time and wanted to make sure it was spot on. A lot of the other projects I've done have become insanely rushed at the end. So.
Yeah.
It gets really stressful too. Like that's one thing that I enjoyed about this project was it was just super like fun.
Relax.
Just lighthearted.
It was like this
That's what
the
matters.
whole time.
Yeah, there was a lot more screwing around than getting stuff done a lot of days.
Yeah, a lot of times, like just in other projects we've been doing, like you show up to the studio and you just don't want to be there because you're afraid you're going to end up punching one of your best friends in the face. And that just was the total opposite of what this experience was. It was sweet.
That's good. All right. And then this is some Minnesota-related questions about the scene in Minnesota. Woo. What's your opinion on like the Minnesota music scene, Minneapolis, and then anywhere else too around? Like, how do you feel about it?
Well,
Nailed it.
Just from
Oh, you go.
The dog knows how you
Yeah.
feel about it. Thanks for chiming in.
in all honesty, if we're being candid with each other, I kind of like trailed off in the middle of that question.
How do you feel about the music scene?
The music
How do you
scene
feel about
You're in
it?
Minnesota.
in Minnesota.
The state in which you live
In the state in which I was born and raised.
Yes.
We've played a lot. I think there's just been like a lot of the shows that we've played. We've always been stuck in kind of like this hardcore genre.
Which there is a lot of it.
It is a lot, and I think especially the Midwest is very hardcore heavy, and the people that listen to that style of music are very loyal to that.
Yeah.
But the bands that I've been in have never exactly been that cup of tea, but we've always been able to like kind of win fans over just by being like stupid, being ourselves, and like having a good time. And I honestly think that this project has potential to do the exact same thing of, you don't have to be a hardcore kid to like it. Or even if you are a hardcore kid, you can like it.
I like
Whatever
it,
the
and
wording.
I'm that type of person.
Alright, cool. And honestly, like, I'm a huge metalhead, and I grew up like hating anything like pop or punk or the combination of those two in specific. But like I honestly enjoy the music, and I don't think
doing here?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. What am I doing here? Yeah, but it's music that I like sincerely enjoy.
Understandable.
Yeah. Even if I wasn't involved in the project, I think I'd still like it. So.
I think the whole scene is just like a roller coaster, especially around Minneapolis, with like places like The Rock closing down and then reopening under the name The Doghouse, and then the Myth shut down years ago and then is kind of back open again under a little bit different format.
Yeah.
Or like on the Christian scene too, like Club 3 Degrees was such a huge staple venue down here for a lot of hardcore bands and just rock and whatever, and then that kind of, they lost their building, but now they're still doing some stuff, but now that building is what, the Brick?
The Brick.
And now the Brick is the big new, I think it's Jam Productions.
Yeah.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Which is a huge company, but so yeah, I feel like it just kind of does this, but
It's weird too that like music being so much more accessible than it has been in the past. Like so many people have it like on their phones and iPods, like literally everywhere they are. So people are like saturated in music, but they don't really go to shows as much.
I think it's getting tougher to get people out to shows.
Which is weird because you'd think people that are more and more and more into music would be like, oh yeah, we'll go to a concert.
And I think if you would have grown up in the 70s or 80s and there's not like 4 billion different things to do every day, like going to shows was what was awesome. Like that's just what you did.
Like it's either that or throwing rocks at cars as they drive by.
Or the hoop with the stick.
Or those bikes with the giant front wheel. That's the 70s, right?
Yeah, totally 70s.
Yeah. The guys were lifting the weights like this. The big ball weights.
We didn't have Facebook and World of Warcraft and Minecraft and any other crafts.
There's
No
as
Harry
many crafts
Potter.
as there are
No
cars.
Harry Potter. There weren't even as many movies in the 70s. Did you know that?
Yeah, just coloring books.
The 70s and 80s didn't have movies.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
You can take that one to the bank,
Yep,
which they
only
also didn't have in the 70s.
Yep, one of the biggest developments in the
Currency
late
didn't
90s.
develop until the mid-80s.
Right. And one of the big things in the late 90s was drive-ins. Drive-in restaurants.
Yeah, yeah.
Another thing they didn't have in the 70s.
Kind of a walking encyclopedia. Not many people know that about you.
Call me Wikipedia.
Wiki awesome.
What was the question?
Minnesota music scene.
Nailed it again.
Nailed it, got it.
Yeah.
Alright. And then you guys, we noticed you guys are very professional already with a website, VIP offers, and such like an early stage of being a band. And how are you like attaining this, making it work, and stuff?
I think a lot of it, and I think one thing that's really exciting about this project is that we've all been in other bands or been in the industry for like around the Twin Cities for 4 to 5 years now, and we're all kind of do-it-yourselfers, so played shows, read books, gone to schools around here for it, and like I think you can learn a lot by doing things the wrong way, and then so this project for me has been cool from a business standpoint of like taking all of our learning experiences exactly and combining them into one big project launch, and then we signed with a small label out of Nashville.
What label is that?
Voluminous Records. Very small label. They just started up. So it's neat. So I mean, we're basically we get to call. It's a small label, so we get to call a lot of the shots ourselves, and working with honest people that are cool, hardworking people. So there's also a team behind us that does a good job helping out with the marketing side of things too. And then we just try to get creative. And, I mean, like you were talking about on the website, like the VIP thing, like
Just something different.
Something
Try
different.
it out anyway.
yeah, like people can get a badge with a unique serial number. Like so in the future, it's like this is me. I'm a number.
Oh, it is a number.
I Robot. Yeah. What was that other movie? The new Justin Timberlake one, In Time?
Home Alone 2.
Yeah. Justin Timberlake also has that new song, I Can Be Your Girlfriend.
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
Yeah, boyfriend.
Yeah, it's Justin Timberlake's new song.
That's Melody.
Alright.
To the bank.
Justin Timberlake.
JT.
That's him. Saying that.
Alright, and that's just about it, but I know you guys have some upcoming shows, so I'm sure you should share when those are. And what
Yeah.
entertainment should come out.
Jump on me if I'm wrong, but
Literally.
physically jump. Get ready. All right.
Shoot first. Shoot quiz.
Shoot first.
Starts with a
First
W.
in Wausau.
You look like a gargoyle right now.
Are you a gargoyle? Or a bird? June 1st.
Some sort of velociraptor.
Quick, make a velociraptor. June 1st in Wausau, Wisconsin. That's our guitar player. Yeah, remember that line about us being professional? June 1st in Wausau, Wisconsin. Our guitar player Danny, who's not here right now, that's his hometown, so that's kind of for his hometown crowd. And then June 2nd. June 2nd here in the Twin Cities in Robbinsdale. That's real close to like Brooklyn Park. At the Lodge. And that is also part of the Rockzilla Music Tournament, which is a music tournament we're part of. It's pretty sweet too. And then June 10th up in Warroad, Minnesota, which is 10 miles from Canada. These guys are both born there. I was born 20 miles down the road in another rival hockey town. So that's kind of our hometown crowd up there. And then, yeah, so it's like 3 release shows. And then we got another show coming up. It's at Station 4 on August 3rd, Friday night. That's a little bit earlier show. I think it's 4 or 5 bands that starts at 6. But anyway, and then we're filling in dates all around that too, just continuing to book shows around the area, Midwest mostly.
Right, well then, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Check out the website, summertimedropouts.com.
And we'll post the links below the
Yeah.
video. So.
Look how professional.
They'll be right here.
Oh, yeah.
If this is the bottom of the screen, they'll be right here. Right down here. That's where you'll find them. Right down underneath.
There's so much here.
Not
So
there.
professional,
We're here,
I can't even
right
handle
there.
it.
More
Yeah,
here.
here. Yeah, and then yeah, you can become a fan club member if you want and get yourself a free sticker and a badge that, like, you know, the kind that hooks on your carabiner if you're a music person.
You get full-time Cutie for free.
Oh yeah, you can go download that for free, I think, right now.
Yep. You can tweet
Yeah,
for a track.
Tweet for a track.
And
or-
it's on Noise Trade.
Yeah, full-time Cutie, you can go get that track for free and keep you curb your appetite until the album comes out.
Which is really good. I just listened to it. It's
Yeah.
very good. So
Got a sneak peek over here.
did.
And then follow us on Facebook or Twitter if you want. Usually it's a combo of Josh or Steve or myself posting something dumb.
Or your dog.
Or my dog, yeah. Siku, you want to be in the camera? Come here. Treats. Come here. Come. Yeah. This is the band mascot. Come here. Come here.
You can tell he wants to.
This is our mascot. We're the Summertime Dropouts Huskies. Getting jerseys made.
State champs 2012.
Coming up. State tournament's coming up. We're claiming we're winning.
Just around the corner.
So anyway, yeah. I don't know how we got to that, but
Because Siku's Facebook page.
Siku's got a Facebook page too that he updates, and kind of his perspective of what we do.
Good times. Well, thank you for watching this interview. Hopefully we'll be doing more interviews with more bands from Minnesota. So like their Facebook page. And this is Summertime Dropouts.
Bye.